Good afternoon, BPTA, and welcome to another village. This time we started with something different because there was an accident right behind me. Maybe I captured the footage head on, but they are okay, they're not in danger or they're not in harm. So welcome to Marsa. So I'm here in the main kind of entrance. That's one of the entrances right there. There's the gas station, and this is, kind of area, where there is two major traders as well. And as like I said, Marsa is into parts, into kind of neighborhoods, and Albertown is part of it. So that's why before there were some of these traders, that you find also next to buildings, next to houses, but also here, also here. Look at this building. Maybe now they turned it into an office, and they're constantly changing. But now, the heart of a village, the heart of a city, especially locally and in Gozo, is the church. And this is the church. Okay, this is the Holy Trinity Church. Recently, they had the feast around here. So again, these are feasts celebrated every year. So this church right here behind me was founded in 1909, and in fact it was fully financed by a gentleman called Lorenzo Balbi. Hence this street right here is called after him, for him. Balbi Street right there. Let me show you from this side how it looks. Check it out. At this time, it's closed, but soon they will open. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the village and show you stuff, and perhaps we're gonna get in. Oh, look at this. Not even if you plan these things happen. And that's because it's 6:30. So the 6:30 bells right here. I'm gonna go Balbi Street right here, and like I said, this was fully funded. This church was fully financed back in the days. This gentleman Lorenzo Balbi and his wife, and this how Marsa, they were able to have a church, and it's a big one, an old one, 1909. So thanks to him, and I believe there's a statue around here, probably. So yeah, they had the feast here, so we're gonna check out what it looks like. Look, there's a telephone box from the English. So there's a muff card here. It's even in the front. So it's Dr. Henry Sacco. So there's a lot of monuments also here and there. We're gonna go there as well. We're gonna go there in a second. So Anton Cassar died 2014, so recently. And this place, this area is changing a lot. There was a jewelry right there. I remember that, but it's changed. As you see, there's more foreigners. And this is the telephone box. They left the box during the British. They used to install these, but there's not anymore. There's nothing inside. Usually, it's supposed to be, telephone box. But since now everyone has a cell phone. They just removed the telecard boxes, and they left this. Some tourists love to take pictures with these. There's also in Valletta, and I believe in other places like Sliema. As well. So there he is. This is Cavalier Lorenzo Balbi, the guy who financed the Church of Trinity, Holy Trinity in Marsa, and his wife, together with his wife. So there he is, So that's the monument, Cavalier Lorenzo Balbi and his wife Carmela, in 23rd May 1988. So it took, the foundation started in 1909, but this perhaps they did this monument, In fact, it's for the occasion of 75th year, so it's been here for a while. So pretty awesome, you know. This guide contributed a lot for this village, for sure. There's a lot of old people chilling in here. As a village, you see the contrast, you know, old people, you know, like your father, maybe your grandfather age, and then there is people with different ethnicities as well, and different backgrounds as well. So I think this is the convent, yeah. This must be the convent, right here. It's no sign, but must be the convent that also Lorenzo Balbi financed to be built. These are the streets of Marsa, guys. That's right. So I'm getting lost with you here in Marsa, and this is the way I like to explore, you know. I don't look much with Google Maps, you know, these are small villages, but Marsa was very populated, like any other port side village or city. It was very populated, but nowadays, you know, after years and years and years, after people, and the reason why, let's go this way. There's a garden right here. But the reason why cities and villages, small villages, started to populate back in the days where, you know, merchants and traders used to import things mostly by sea. Now, obviously by plane as well. That's the reason why, mostly. You know, now it's not that so populated because of people moving around. You know, so this is the football club. So this is where the Marsa FC trains, right there. Let's go and check it out. So this is their emblem right here with their colors, red and blue. And this is small artificial turf football ground where they train. And that's the main road as well, right there. So, like I was saying, you know, you find mostly the younger generation has moved out to different locations. Small population in here in Marsa. There it is. And it's interesting how the old interact with the people from Africa, from different ethnicities, really, as you've probably seen, you know, in the background passing by. So yeah, let's move ahead and get something to drink in the center.
لا ما عندنا الماء. لا عندها. أكلوا ين أكلين بتشيلها ما يلا.
Għatna dawk il-ġodamel l-affarijiet fejdu. Il-nismi reġaw, u kważi kull jum namluhom. U għam tifli.
So there reason why there's a queue, there's a place where they can send money to Africa, to their families, perhaps. You know, some of the salary they get, they send it to their family to help them out. That's a great business to have, especially here in Marsa, where, as you can see, a lot of Africans and ethnicities, different religions live. So these are good businesses. That's why a lot of people right there. This is a pond right here. You know, some ducks and pigeons all over the place. There is a center business. So there's a counter business center actually. Interesting where it is, the location. And these are the pigeons of Marsa. Oh. Wow, that's interesting. This is the first time that the band of the Holy Trinity came out from this house. So that was on 12 June 1949 for the feast, Trinity Marsa, right there. Wow. So this is the place. Very interesting. Okay, now we're heading to the port area. So we went on that side, in that neighborhood of Albert Town on the previous video. And now, this is, oh, look at this. Dang. Shit. There's a warehouse right here. This is burnt. So someone has burned this door. And this place is under construction, so I'm not gonna get in, but take a look. This is the port side, and this road goes to Valletta, so it takes you to the edge of Valletta, and then there's the ferry, you know, that goes to Sicily. So again, a lot of trading, a lot of port side warehouses right here. So they are refurbishing this place, as you can see. It's all, and it's for sale. But look, there's the port side again. Ferries. There are some people. Look, this from this side. So maybe it was a factory, or again it was a store, warehouse. Call it what it is. But perhaps, you know, there are some businessmen that want to transform this area, and they do it like Birgu, perhaps. You know, like with a promenade, so people can come and enjoy it, because, like you see, you know, it's all warehouses right here. On offices, look, new offices, the contrast between the new and the old. So they are demolishing this place and then they sell it out. So let's cross the street and show you what's in here. So it's the port, you know, just like any other port side. This is not for the people who work in here, but that's what you see. So this is part of Marsa right here, but interesting to see the difference between the new and the old. So perhaps people are trying to get a spot in here and do their business, or maybe they open their offices on this side. Obviously it's because number one is cheaper, as it is right now as I'm shooting this video, and yeah, it's a good spot. This is a ferry. I don't know where it goes, but it takes cargo and also containers like this one. This one is going up. Maybe they go to Sicily or some other part of Sicily, of Italy. lot of containers. Again, I wonder where they're going. I wonder where they're heading. As you can see, there's a lot of security, obviously, in these parts. They're surrounded by barbed wire, like you see here. Look at these tires. I don't know why they use them. Maybe they were used in the past. So this is the ER cargo. It's a cargo ferry with containers, perhaps going to Sicily. That's my take. There's a lot of transportation companies in here. Containers, vans, all over. So this road, if you continue, okay, this road, if you continue, takes you to Valletta. Valletta ferry, Valletta waterfront, etc., etc. Look at these cranes. They call them horses. So in here, then they attach the containers full of food or products or goods, you know, for people over here. So my final thoughts of Marsa. It's an old village and it has changed a lot. It has changed very much since I remember my time when I visited my auntie. Some new places. I mean, the population, the people, you know, in Marsin, where that's the name of the people who are from Marsa. The young generation has moved to different places, and there's a lot of different ethnicities mixed with the old generation, you know, their grandfathers, their fathers, who are still living in their house in Marsa. But yeah, well, as a tourist, you know, like touristy places, it's nothing like Slima. This is not your kind of tourist area. It's off the beaten path, like you see, you know, again, warehouses, there's a snack bar, but it's closed. Maybe they open for lunch, and it's all old houses, which mainly they use them as stores, mainly, you know, and it was one of the reference points back in the days also, and also now, but for trading. So it's off the beaten path of Malta. It's nothing like, you know, the touristy places like Slima, you know, Valletta, but it's something different, you know, something different that I wanted to share with you here. You know, there's some people walking, but mostly people who are working here with their vans, with containers, you know, the cargo ferry here. People are working hard here, so there's a lot of labor on this side. Inside Marsa, also there's a lot of different ethnicity, if you will, from Africa. People, one of the main reasons, because Marsa is one of the villages or cities, call them villages, that's what we call them, that is low in rent, so people can afford, you know, people who have minimum wage or people who are not highly paid. This is what they can afford. So that's the reason why you see a lot of change, and you see a lot of people from different countries working and living here. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.